Well, hello and welcome to the Tascam 2488 DVD tutorial. My name is David Wells, and let me be the first one to congratulate you on the purchase of what amounts to being a complete 24-track digital recording studio. Now, it's been 25 years. Can you believe it's been 25 years since the introduction of the very first 4-track cassette porta studio by Tascam at the 1979 AES show in New York. And for $8.99, you could walk out of your local music store with 4 tracks of cassette quality recordings. No effects, just 4 tracks of cassette quality recordings. It was the birth of a home recording studio revolution. I remember this really well because I was one of the first ones to go out and buy one, and I spent years recording songs, jingles, and demos on that porta studio. In fact, I could say that my experience with my Tascam 4-track porta studio helped me go on and become a professional audio engineer. And I've met a ton of people with that exact same story. Now, I say all of that to say this. If you don't already know the Tascam name, let me assure you that you've invested in the culmination of over 30 years of experience of creating home recording solutions for musicians and engineers. And if you were to go back a few decades, you would need to spend well over $100,000 to get the equivalent 24 tracks of tape-based studio. Now you have 24 tracks of pristine digital tracks with programmable effects, virtual tracks, CD burning, built-in synth MIDI module. Too much to list. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and break down the major features of the 2488. First up, it is a 24-track recorder, which means that you can record and play back 24 independent recordings, and they'll all be synced perfectly in time together. I could go ahead and lay down drums, then bass, then guitar, then vocals, and in this example, I'd still have 20 tracks to go. We also have a 36-channel digital mixer on board to blend each track together with EQ and effects and so on. That allows for 24 channels for the tracks and then an additional 8 channels to be used for any other input, say like live MIDI instruments. Basically, you're not going to run out of places to put all of your instruments and tracks. There's always lots of tracks and channels to go around. We also have built-in effects in the form of 8 assignable dynamic processors for recording or for mixdown, a stereo one for the left and right bus. We have a multi-effect for distortion, amp modeling, chorus, flanging, and so on. And finally, we have a loop effect which can be used on all channels in varying amounts to add, just say, like a touch, a reverb, or delay, and so on. Add to that 3-band parametric EQ for the main 24 channels. There's a lot of control here. And finally, we have a CDRW drive built right into the front panel to print your final mix onto standard audio CDs. You can use it to back up your hard drive or import, export WAV files. Now, there's really no way for me to know how advanced you are in your understanding of recording or any other audio principles here. However, this being a DVD with navigation, you're really free to skip around to any area that you need help on. This next section, Recording School, will give you a quick primer on how to get you up and running if you don't know a fader from a trim pot. And then from then on, we'll be looking at some recording examples, how to edit, mix and master, as well as how to use the built-in MIDI tone generator, and also some cool tricks along the way. So for now, let's take a super quick course in recording basics.